Hey there folks, and welcome back to the Icenia campaign. Last time we finished this massive and exhausting war here in the western edge of Britannia, and after quite a bit of work we have come out victorious. We can now, of course, start to get our economy back in order by disbanding our levy, what remains of it. We took some extreme casualties there in the war, and yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So, good stuff. That will start to get our economy back in order. And yeah, so let's let a day tick by for that to take effect. Very good. Now this call for peace will probably reset on the monthly tick, but before then we have some other stuff going on. Looks like the Belgae want to go ahead and import some of our leather, which we will go ahead and accept. Now let's take a quick look at the situation in our new provinces. We actually already controlled the province of Ordowicia in this one little territory. Now it's almost fully under our control. In the Northern War that I've been talking about quite a bit, we'll be able to fully consolidate it. It already has. Actually, it looks like it's switched over to religious conversion. We can go ahead and adjust that. Let's see here. Wait, I was looking at the wrong spot. I was looking at this. So it already is the correct cultural assimilation policy. That's what I thought it had been at, but I was looking at the Ordowician, or sorry, the Cornovian controlled Ordowicia. So we're good, basically. Down here, Demetia also is in the right spot. Now, there's a lot of little micromanagement stuff I need to do with this new territory, but let's quickly check and make sure. This is almost down to net neutral, so that's fine. I'm not too worried about a provincial revolt happening. It'd have to hit 0 for that to happen, so it should be fine. Although it is closer than we've gotten elsewhere in our nation because of the numerous things we did to those people, so should be fine. Anyways, yeah, we're doing good. All right. Okay, so here in Demetia, we need to start taking care of some business. Now, fortunately, Demetia, previously being our frontline province, is now actually a backline province, very technically, although it's not really very far in the backline, which means we can reorganize it a little bit here. Now, I will go ahead and start to do this here. Let's go ahead and get rid of this port, as well as probably get rid of this port as well. I think so. I'd rather have a mine to get the precious metals, to be honest. That seems like a better use of that. And I think I will also get rid of this fort here and move the provincial capital to Gabanium, as I had said I would do. This is a really good location for it. It controls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles of fort zone of control, which means, of course, we'll want to build a fort there. And in fact, I think I will build a fort here once I have the money for it. And to make that happen, I think I will get rid of this fort here to get a little bit of extra money. Let's build the fort and also move the provincial capital over here. Good. So this gets this area a little better organized. I also might want to establish a colony around here somewhere. What's the local population like? Pop info. We're talking about the, let's see here, the Demetian. Although there are quite a lot of Iceni down here, just from how low population things were, so that's kind of handy. So Debunian and Demetian. Gobanium. Let's see here. Is my... Okay, so it looks like we actually did use up our colony for Laconum, because we actually spent quite a bit of time doing this war. It was like a 6-year, 7-year war, or something crazy like that. Okay, so let's see here. We're already occupying the Debunians down here. There's Demetian. Found a colony in Gabanium. That looks right to me. There it is. Gobanium. Gobanium. Let's do it. Gobanium in Iceni colony. The arrival of Iceni settlers has hardly endeared the local population to us, but the foundation of a colony in this area is without a doubt the best way to exert control here in the long run. Soon even the local Demetian inhabitants will see how our city will prosper and surpass any previous settlements that they may have had in this area before the land was confiscated. So, solid stuff. This is for the best. Okay, Iceni has wisely enacted found colony. The best way to ensure lasting loyalty in the region will be to send those who we trust to rule it for us. Good. Sorry, I just had the biggest cup of coffee you cannot believe, so I may in fact be a little over hyper Is that the word? Hyper agitated? I don't know. So shaking a little bit here, but it's a good kind of shaking. It's shaking with excitement for all the stuff I'm about to do. Now up here in Ordowikia, things are a little bit more complicated. The terrain here is so uniformly rough that there's not really a good location for a capital. And to be honest, the best location might actually be one of the locations in Cornoian control here. Now, what do we have here? We have plains and plains. There's no... Actually, hold on. There is a coastal plains up here. This may be a good spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a good amount to go for there. It's already fortified, so that helps a bit. And it would be... Let's see here. It's almost touching the zone of control down here. So it would leave a gap if I wasn't fortifying anything else. And having it be a coastal location, it's also on the river. So actually, yeah, I think this might be a good spot for it, honestly. Although, Dewa may be my capital in Cornoia, this province up here. This is a coastal farmland, which you know how I feel about. So since Dewa might be my capital for Cornoia, my future Cornoian land, I am thinking I might want to actually go further south for the Ordowikian capital, something a bit more central to the province anyways. And since this forward zone of control will barely include Barwonium, having the capital be in Lewo Brinta may actually be a little bit wasteful for that one location. I think I need to look quite closely here. If Dewa is going to be my planned provincial capital with a fort, so that gets this under control. So Mediolanum will be one of the locations, and then these will be one of the locations, which means perhaps something with more coastal control. I might be overthinking it. The honest truth is having Canoium and Dewa both be provincial capitals isn't really a huge problem for me, especially because once I do control this, having all of this be a bit less fortified won't matter as much because my frontier will be pushed up to here or so. So I think it might be fine to just go for it and just kind of have two capitals next to each other. It's a little bit a waste in terms of how much fort control I exert, but should be okay. And in terms of good land within Ordowikia to have a capital city, a provincial capital city, Canoium is definitely our best bet, being on the coast and it's on the river. These other plains tiles more inland would be fine too. But I think we will set the capital here in Canoium. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, we have made our commitment. Now, do I keep this fort here in Lewo Brinta? I think that I do until I finish the war against Cornoia. While this is on the frontier, I will just keep the fort there. I talked about last time why I want to have this area be fortified. And so we're going to overly fortify it, essentially, in preparation for that war. Once that war's done and this is no longer a frontier location, I may de-fortify it and probably get rid of the fort in Lewo Brinta. Now over here, is there any advantage to actually fortifying this river area against Coritania a little bit more? Probably not. The zone of controls of Dorn and Huertus will keep this entire line protected, but the protection ends around here, although, that being said, the Londinium fort applies here. So really, I do have almost a complete line, hopefully my mouse is picking up on the video here, almost a complete line of fort zone of control once this fort is finished, and I will wait for the Northern War, at least until this point, if not much longer. Alright, so with that all being said, let's take a look at our next target, Durotriga. Now, Durotriga is going to have around our levy size. I think our levy size is still going to be at the same amount. So, by the way, most of the Iceni that we are looking at beyond our starting 40 or so are going to be from those colonies we've been establishing. Although that being said, they just move people around, so maybe we have actually grown our Iceni population by about double in the time we've been playing. Let's also take this moment of relief to take a quick look at what's going on elsewhere in the world. Looks like Rome is doing its standard Italian conquest. It's handily beating Etruria, by the looks of things. Rome and Carthage are surely going to get into conflict pretty soon here. Can we see what their relationship is like? have a truce with Massilia. Carthage has been consolidating Africa as usual. Looks like, how is Siculia? I saw before that Syracuse had been destroyed. So Siculia is allied not with Rome or Carthage. They're actually at war with Rome. Okay, so Rome and Carthage will soon start to have conflict. This is important because I was thinking before starting this part, we need to start planning in the long run for how we will deal with the big nations in this game. The sort of Eastern Mediterranean nations, all this stuff is a little too far away to really impact us anytime soon. Likeliest big future opposing force for us will be Carthage or Rome, and we'll have to keep an eye on what's going on between them a little bit here and there, because we are 20 years into the campaign now, out of 272 years, I believe, until, or is it 277? The end year for this game is 727, so however many years from now until then is however much time we have remaining for the campaign. So we're just barely into it. We're something like almost not even 10% in quite yet, so we'll see if we can get there. Anyways, anything else I need to do around here? I'm going to have a lot of stuff to trade away in a moment. I think that's basically it, though. Do I have a lot of slaves over here? Not a whole lot. I think we're just going to proceed. Precious metals with you, that's fine. Make my money again. On the monthly turn, we will start to get a whole bunch more money, and that will be really solid. I think for the war against Durotriga, I can probably fight them one-on-one, but I want to wait till my manpower is built up again. I might need to hire mercs. Oh, hello, Rome. Rome has apparently met me and wants to trade with gold. Well, I suppose that's fine. I guess we've somehow now met Rome diplomatically, so I suppose I'll accept that. Handy. Nothing wrong with being on good terms with Rome. Why don't they like us? They hate our aggressive expansion. All right, Rome. Rome thinks we're expanding too aggressively, and they don't like our different culture group. I suppose I could try and improve relations with them, but that's way premature. We're not really going to be militarily threatened from them ever anytime soon. But that's good to know that we now know about Rome and they know about us. So handy. All right, so that's now building up. Bad research ratio. Yes, I know about that. Sorry, I was taking a drink there. Don't know if you heard that. The Marcomanni want to trade for base metals. That's fine. Trade with the Lugians for the rest of our base metals. And what do you want? Wood? Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna make so much money from this trade. Oh my, look at this. Holy moly. Wow, that's wild. Absolute ton of money. That's because there's a lot of gold over here and base metals in Wales. So solid, solid stuff. And once our stability is around 40, we can actually grab the tribal reform decision that unlocks the tribal reform mission. I do still want to fully control Britannia before I really finish reforming, but I can start reforming before that point, and that should be fine. All right, how's our manpower recovery looking? Looking pretty good. Yeah, we cannot re-raise this levy for another month at minimum. Let's see here. I wonder, can I threaten war? No, I don't have a Casus Belli. In fact, I need a Casus Belli to fight Durotriga, don't I? Yeah, I don't even have a Casus Belli on them, do I? All right. Well, I can get a Casus Belli. I can fabricate a claim. I would have thought I would have had a Casus Belli by now, but I suppose I happen to not. So let's go ahead and get the claim going. And we're going to fabricate on them for probably Durotriga proper, because it's way more populated. Let's work on that. Yeah. And have I... Oh, I have not. I'm about to make a whole bunch of money. I totally forgot I had all these prisoners. All right, let's go ahead and make some money here. Sell these folks into slavery. I could have probably done this at the start of the episode for slightly better tyranny gain micromanagement, but that's okay. I will forgive myself for that very minor min-max failure there. That's fine. I have a lot of people to sell because it's the the nobility of 3 different nations that are in my dungeons here. So solid stuff. Make my way down. We're gonna make so much money from this. Absolutely crazy. This will definitely make us able to afford going to war with Durotriga as soon as our claim is ready. So that's handy. I just want to get them out of the picture before I commit my forces north. I'll probably have to hire multiple mercenary stacks for the Northern War, and I just need to not have any loose ends hanging around, even my former best friend Durotriga. So I knew the day would come where we would, you know, betray them. It's not really betrayal if we don't have an alliance, so betray them in kind of a slight regard. All right. Oh my gosh, there's so many prisoners. Tyranny for days here, that's fine. Just working away at it. After my last 2 episodes were both quite long, I may have a slightly shorter episode this time. I suppose we'll see what ends up happening. You never know. Work my way down. Is that all of them? Yes. All right. There we go. Have to wait until March, and then we'll be able to go to war. Well, actually, that's not right. We have to wait until June, then we'll be able to go to war June of next year, so that's fine. We'll just wait. No big deal. Let's take a look at some of the land around here. Any buildings that we need to deal with? There's a farming settlement. That's actually what I would have built anyways. That's fine. Slave estate. That's fine. All right, what about up here? A mine here. Oh, yes, please. We'll keep that. Absolutely. We have a mine here. That's why we have so many base metals. They've been mining the territory. Yeah, look at this. They have mines in all these places. Absolutely fine. In fact, we may move some more slaves over here. Yeah, that's right. Where are the slaves at already? Really? There's not that many slaves here. All right, we need to invest a lot of slaves to make it worth it, but that's handy all the same. Whew. Excuse me. Hopefully you can't hear me sucking away at my my water bottle there. It has one of those mouthpiece things you have to bite down on to drink out of, so sounds kind of alarming, but it is what it is. Excuse me. All right, so off to a good start here with this peacetime. Very exciting. We have about a year to go until the war. We can just recuperate, build up our max manpower again. That's not what I wanted to look at. That's what I wanted to look at. Culturally, how long is this into the 73? Sounds fine. We are starting to build Icenia populations in these parts of our nations. That's handy. We will eventually have just all Icenia everywhere, or most Icenia everywhere. It will take some time, though. In terms of these locations, this is about to equalize, and these places are already fine, so no need to worry at all. I could use my money to build a city. Couldn't I? Yes, I could. I could build the city in Londinium after many, many years of saying that I'll do it. I'm almost there now. And I think I might just do that, honestly. Even though I'm about to go to war, so having some money saved up would be handy. I actually have such a good income right now with all my trade goods. I think it's time. I'm going to found a city in Londinium. Yes, indeed. That will take a little while. Where does it say? 20th of July, 4073. Probably in the middle of our war with Durotriga, so fine by me. Absolutely worth it. And once it's founded, I will probably move the capital there, if I'm able to, with the population. Which I might be able to. No. I'll need dominant culture of Icenia. I can just move tribesmen there super easily, so nothing to worry about. And the dream of a more centralized capital will be realized. Very handy. I probably could have founded the city in Canetio as well, just so I can build a fort here. Having this be fortified, actually, before the war would have been quite handy. I don't really have good fort lines here for the Durotrigan War, but I do plan on just overwhelming them with mercenaries, so should be something I can pull off. I'll probably hire Sonatia's mercenaries, maybe once they're fully recovered, because they are still recovering. I can't even hire them yet, because they're not fully recovered, so I guess that resolves that question for me. Should be fine. I also want to keep an eye on what's going on up here. Will these folks get into wars with other people? Maybe. Guess we'll see. Centralization is increasing quite nicely. Pop promotion speed is good because it's going to move people into the tribesman and out of the tribesman category, which is quite handy. And the civ level is very nice too, so I'm not at my cap always. It's almost always at the cap though. So not much to say really, just kind of progressing along. I guess I can go back up to speed 3. Probably should have been at that during peacetime, but that's okay. I'm just enjoying the momentary moment of peace before our name gets even bigger. I guess we can take this chance to reflect on our long relationship with Durotriga and also enjoy, oh my gosh, lots of events happening. Bountiful harvest. Word has arrived that this year's harvest was exceptionally good in the territory of Pontes. Whilst the merchants may be holding their heads in their hands. Actually, I think we had this before, didn't we? Yeah, we had this event a part ago or 2 parts ago. Wow. Look at that luck. I will take the stability again like I did before. I want to get up to 40. Wealthy patron. The city of Durotriga has been often overlooked by the wealthy patrons of our capital. City is down here. Today, however, Luctarius Welbus has offered to spend a sizable quantity of his wealth on constructing a grand temple to one of our gods in Durotriga. He requested permission before he embarks upon the construction. I get a free temple, or rather, I get a modifier? Oh, I thought he was actually going to build a temple. Okay. I could get 2 slaves in Durotriga, which would actually be quite handy. Or let Durotriga pick. Who's this character? He's just some guy. Okay, I don't really care about his loyalty or his, whatever, his popularity. I think I'd rather get 2 slaves in Durotriga. That's kind of handy. I can move them around later. Anyways, yeah, I guess we'll just wait around. Once we hit 40 stability, I will click that button that starts the, or rather it adds the tribal reform mission to the mission pool. I'm still doing the mission for Matter of Britannia, which I will not want to rush out of or abort. I need to do Triumph in Britannia to finish it, and I'd like to finish it instead of aborting it. And the key thing for this is I have to do the Northern War, and then I can grab this really quick. I already have completed this effectively, and I can grab this. I don't technically need to do the entire Northern War, just the Northern War as it relates to this territory here, to get Triumph in Britannia. And of course, I will have to wait until after Triumph in Britannia to finish the mission, to then start the Tribal Reform mission. So I guess technically, unless I want to abandon my current mission, which I will not do, I won't be reforming until I finish the Northern War, at least the first one anyways. And I keep saying the first Northern War when I don't know for sure how many Northern Wars I'll have to do. I'm sure there's a more elegant name I could give it than the Northern War, but y'all know what I'm talking about. And just in time for the war in the south, we will have 100 gold ready to hire some mercs to help us out. And these guys, I think, are 4,000, so let's see if they fully recover by that point. If not, I can hire someone a little further away, perhaps you. So it should be fine. I think these are the folks I actually just fought against. Oh yeah, they're still recovering, so should be fine. And my manpower is almost up to snuff. I think this is enough. I think my levy is around 1,500, so should be okay against you guys. Oh, Cartoritus Calatus has died. This is the old chief that I was suspecting would die soon. Let's see what's happened with the families here. So, the, what clan was he in? Hold on. think it was in this clan. I'm not really sure what happened. My clans are all happy, so that's what I care about. Oh wait, no they're not. Wait, okay, now it just modified. The Kalatii clan needs another position. All right. Let's see something about this. I can safely remove a Divikai or an Orgatorii from a position of the government. Who is not? You're not super solid. Yes, we'll do this. All right, that takes care of that. Oh yeah, this guy was the bodyguard too. There we go. Solid. Whew. All right. This will be done in the end of the month. Monthly tick. And I think we will just go for it. I want to get Durotriga out of the way and get this over with sooner rather than later. Because I'm actually going to be hitting the cap of 100% centralization here, kind of in my near future, because I have so many laws giving me extra centralization. So I kind of want to get my Northern War done sooner rather than later if I can help it. So I suppose now is the time. Let's go ahead and get this going. So one thing as well is I can actually hire a mercenary force and just have it get its morale up before I start the war, something I hadn't really thought about, but I was reading the wiki about mercenaries and I realized, oh wow, I could just do that. And I had forgot that unlike levies, mercenaries can be up in your control before the war starts. So a bit of a thing I could have been doing the whole time, but you know, better late than never. So let's take a look at what mercenaries are available. Of course, I know the Donwin mercenary, or I guess the name changed. No, it didn't. Donwin, Karakta, their mercenaries are available here, which would be expensive, but would be a sure thing. Who is around that is less expensive? You are not on Britannia. You're not on Britannia. You're not on Britannia. You're not available. I think all the Britannia mercenaries I know... Oh, you're up there. You're very far away. And you're actually the same size as the Donwin mercs. So I think I might just get the Donwin mercs just for extra simplicity. I could have hired them earlier, I suppose, but we'll do it now. Actually, we may have some financial trouble if we do it now. I think what I'll do, because now my thing is done, how long is my claim on them going to last? Infinite time, I suppose. There's no time limit on this claim. What I can do, although now that they know I have a claim, they may find an ally, which would be an issue. If Durotriga allied with anybody in the Northern Coalition, this would create a huge problem. Wait, hold on. I have to mess up my opinion with them. I like them too much. I need to insult them to reduce my opinion. That's fine. I'll send an insult. I wonder if it says what I said. I don't know. Now I have to wait until the 1st July to declare war anyways, so that's fine. I think what I'll do is I might just do the war with just the mercenaries. In which case, I should... Actually, this might be a little tricky. If they're the only mercs, I think I might just wait until these folks are available. It's only one more month, I think. And this would be much more easy to upkeep during the war. So I will use... And they're also in a slightly better position anyways to be involved. All right. I think we're ready. No, we're not ready quite yet. I think what I'll do is I'll chance it a little bit and I'll hire the mercs as soon as they're available, and then I'll set them to reorganization, get the morale up as fast as possible, and once they're around full morale, I'll start the war. All right, they're not ready quite yet. And I think Dumnonia, or rather Durotriga, should be too diplomatically isolated to pull off some sort of last-minute alliance and mess it all up. Plus, I wouldn't mind them finishing that tribal settlement, although I suppose I'd probably just destroy that. You guys gonna recover? No. Are you fully recovered yet? How many men are in your unit, though? Jeez. What about you? Not yet. I think I'm going to wait till these smaller scale merc units are fully recovered. Plus, this gives my levy more time to recover. There's no need to rush into war, especially since I have no control over whether they ally someone or not. Oh, I finished the fortress as well. That's actually kind of handy there. Good stuff. Yeah, not worth it. Leave it at that. One of these guys will finish soon. Alright, this is getting a little dicey, but I think they're too far away from the northern forces to really consider allying them. So the downside using the mercenaries a lot is now I've exhausted them. I could just try and get away with Donwin's big mercenary force, which I think I might do. It's the 24th of November. I think on the next tick, I'm going to go for it. And I'll either use the Donwin force or I'll use this force if it's ready, which it's not. What about you? No. Alright. 1st December, I think I'm going to go for it. Or I could threaten war. No, but this is just for individual locations. I think I'm going to go for it. We're going to attack. Oh, I have military access? What? Shoot. I completely forgot about this. Okay, do I get a truce with them from that? I have to wait 1 month, but I think I don't get a truce. Durotriga prospers. That's handy here in Durotriga. The chiefs of Durotriga have sent an envoy proclaiming that harvest, trade, and taxation have all produced a huge surplus this year. In a splendid show of national spirit, they have decided to offer the additional income to the state. Perhaps we could let them spend the money on their own, however. Okay, so I think this is what gives us some different things here. I could get 20 gold, which is actually quite handy. I could get a marketplace, which is actually very, very handy. That's the sort of thing I would have built otherwise in Durotriga. I could get some popularity with Donwin, which could be handy. Or get Kantiakia bonuses, which is a little helpful. Or have a chance of getting one of those. I think I will just get the marketplace, I'll be honest. Because the marketplace, if I built it myself, would be almost 100 gold. A free marketplace, I'm not going to turn my nose up at that. So much of my money is coming from trade and commerce, and also the pop assimilation speed in Durotriga is extremely handy. So grab that. Yes. Absolutely yes. That's what I love to see. Durotriga, I'm so glad I kept you as a city. You really have been worth it. Very good. And what's this? More stability? Good lord, look, my economy is just doing great right now. Very handy. Alright, 1st of January. Can I declare war? Okay, finally, no more modifiers. I am sad that I missed that before, but let's take a look and see. Are you available? No. Are you available? No. Should I hire these guys now and get their thing up? I think I should. I just don't know how large this force is normally. I think it's 4,500 men, so we're not quite there yet in terms of them recovering. I think I just hire Donwin's force, let them get their morale up, and just station them in Canetio, and then once the war starts, just snipe their army before they can go elsewhere in my land. I think I just do that now. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to move you to Canetio, and then just have you reorganize, and just try and zoom you to full morale as fast as I can. Alright, and I'm not going to even raise my levy. I'm just going to rely on mercenaries for this one. Because I need to have as much money coming in as I possibly can, and this is going to be very expensive to maintain. So I think we're going to pull this off, because I don't trust Durotriga's army to be smaller than my levy. So this is going to be the best I can do. Alright, we're going to probably be able to pull this off with the money that we have. If we get any more events that give me more money, I will take them at this point, though, just for maximum safety purposes. Alright, we're looking good there. So, remember when I said this would be a shorter part? I was wrong. We're going to see if we can at least get to the start of the war in this episode. Alright. Come on down to Canetio. Supply limit there is fine, although you are quite a heavy unit with all of your people. Set you to that, that's fine. Once we arrive. That's going to be expensive, but I need to get my morale up real quick. This is way cheaper than having them stand around, costing me money. Actually, it might not be cheaper, to be honest. But I do want to get the war done sooner, so I'm going to chance it here with this big morale thing. Well, actually, 10% for 100%, it's probably not worth it, I'll be honest. I'm just gonna let them wait. Yeah, that wasn't worth it at all. Oh well. Because it's not an emergency situation. I don't need their morale up super fast, so I'll just have them stand here alarmingly in Canetio. We're going to say to Durotriga that they're there to admire Stonehenge. They're there for tourist purposes. Donwen and her 8,000 armed bodyguards, just there for tourism. Nothing else is going on. Nothing about this at all suspicious at all. Durotriga, who I just declared a claim on and canceled my military access with. No need to worry at all, Durotriga. Not at all. Once I get Durotriga, my entire southern land will be fully unified and will not need to worry at all about future problems. I was a little bit worried that if I left them alone and I did the Northern War, one of the northern nations would ally Durotriga or somehow get them involved in their defensive alliance and just in general cause me a lot of trouble. So this is more so about preparing for the Northern War, and also, speaking of things that I prepared for, the coming of the city of Londinium. This has been a long time coming. Our extension of new privileges and investment into the local infrastructure has seen Londinium grow from relative humility into a true Kantian city. While it still has some way to go before it can rival the great cities of our age, the past 2 years have ushered in a new era of growth and urbanization in this territory. These are the best of times. Yes, indeed. There is the tiny city of Londinium, but you know what they say, size doesn't matter. But it does matter a little bit, so we are going to go ahead and throw some Icenia their way so that we can cheekily grab the really good capital right now. Why not? Let's go ahead and throw some tribesmen in here from, let's not, Pontes is a little too small on people. Maybe from over here, so let's send from Sinomegas. Alright, how about now? Dominant culture, still not quite Icenia. Yeah, we need to move some more people in. Let's move in more tribesmen, maybe from Inderitum. Did I move in Icenia? I may have moved in non-Icenia by accident. Whoops. Alright, that's fine. More people in the Londinium is still good either way. I need to be more careful about not moving. Oh my gosh, how many people are in Durovernum? Holy moly. Alright, almost there. Oh, we're there now. Okay, so to make it the capital, we need 90 political influence. That's super handy. Alright, Londinium has grown a little bit. That's good to see. Alright. Our mercs are almost full power again. Or not really again, but for the first time. So we're almost there. Are we getting more wild game? Yeah, we are, from our huge population down there. Handy. All right. Who do we want to trade with? Not you. And actually, no, not you either. People in the Northern Coalition. Oh, Rome wants it. Well, hello, Rome. I suppose that's fine. Rome is a very safe trade partner for us right now. They're so far away. I'm actually not sure how Rome found out about us. I was just looking at them, like, in the UI before they talked to us. So a little mysterious how Rome knows about us, but I'm fine with that. We are technically probably the biggest power in all of like the Gaelic region right now. That's kind of crazy to think about. The combined power of the Northern Coalition feels about equal to us, or maybe a little better militarily, just because they're all going to bring their 4 default levy size. So that's that. All right, we're almost there. Our manpower is also regrowing. It's almost, I can go to 4,000. Oh my gosh, that's going to be crazy. Maybe our default levy will find... Oh, look at that! Our levy grew from 4! Oh my gosh, guys. This is actually such a big moment. We actually have above our minimum levy size from our population. That's huge. Look at that. 3-2. Wow. That's absolutely incredible. Big Icenia is finally starting to feel like Big Icenia, guys. I can't believe it. I'm actually like kind of like happy IRL for that development. Wow. And with that in mind, that's going to be it for this episode. But not to leave you on a cliffhanger, next time we're going to dish out some bittersweet conquest for our longtime ally Durotriga, now our short-time target. And then prepare for the long-awaited and much-discussed Northern War. See you guys next time.